just fine. Alright, so stuff with, you know, the major scale, like not forgetting the major scale. The biggest thing is, like, seriously, if you never practice this week, what we're never doing again is this thing where you go to play major scale alignment, middle finger orientation, and go not my first but my second finger. I know it's like kind of a piano tendency, and we've been doing things that start with our first finger, like pentatonic shit and so forth, but, you know, the first thing I was like, on the back of the page, I'm just like, hey, you know, remember the C major scale. And on the back of the page, I mean, the back of the page is really where it lives. You can learn these phrasings whenever, but we're actually going to learn these note names or review them, and then, like, fuck, you know, where's the 9th fret? You know, never mind the 9th fret, never mind that dot. The dot has nothing to do with anything, and what's more, we're not actually hitting it so much. So there we are. No more, not my index, but my middle. So, you know, just pause your video and do some middle finger orientation stuff, anything. And then move to a different fret and do the same thing. Cool, so there we go. There's the glitch we're working on. So we learned watermelon. We checked out this 11th chord where we go up first and then a major third. Like, looking at major thirds is one of the themes today, which usually looks like, you know, just, or like using C. You know, go right me, one fret back on the string beneath it. And yeah, so this chord that we use actually sounds okay. So yeah, we've got as far as like what finger to use for the high note, whichever feels intuitive is cool, except your pinky for these grabs. It's an isolated thing. Cool. So after I go, the next one goes open, play, ghost, play. That sounds like cool. So learn that, and then if you want, I'm kind of doing this thing where I go like trail, like, and the trick is like to do it, you know, to dead silence. But mostly just this. So there's this concept of using this chord, which is a good one. And then I wrote an A thing where it's like A groove with the 11th on the G string again. So we're going. So there's our first one. Now we're back to index finger orientation. Just picturing where we are. It's like here's a power, like a chord, and if I was gonna play the whole chord, it would be like 5th fret, 7th fret, 7th fret, 6th fret, and that's right on top of our major scale. We're just in this where we would go back to it there, potentially. But first we're going just so. And then it goes, I'm going to drop back behind it to where your ring fingers thinking about the root and go. So that's, and then we go click, play, open, play, unison, and we use that unison as the time to get back to A. So index finger, middle finger, index finger on your left hand, like that. So I think I just left it at that. And that, you know, that's a passing tone I wrote on the page. Alright, cool. There's that. Then, you know, maybe try a different key up the neck. We got this hard to handle Otis Redding song, / Black Crowes cover of it. I don't know how to play. But yeah. That's the basic bass line. That's what we're going to be going. And then, so this is 1 fret back from where you learned to play this scale. And your middle finger does have the luxury of being on a dot, and that's B right there, right? Like C, B. So the dot where like F it is at the 9th fret as far as orientation, unless we happen to play in C sharp sometime soon. Then we go. So that was play, pull off, boom. Then we get the same. Then we go. So again, the concept's using the open A string here is to get, but keep us in this. Secondary version. Right, I meant to go. So there's hard to handle. Cool. Funsies.
Yeah.